Welcome back to the Crypto's Key conversation. I'm gonna jump straight into this one. Let me switch my mouse real quick. We got some interesting stuff that I wanted to cover right here. This is from JD responding to Lucky Mo. Lucky Mo had put up this. This was just yesterday though when we hit just shy of under 69 cents. Obviously today we had a fat increase as high as 73 cents in the XRP, and JD says, I call it the rise of legal utility, right? So obviously we know there's a lot happening with Ripple, the company, and the digital asset XRP, and the ecosystem expanding and growing, and the writing's on the wall when it comes to that. And then you even have stuff like this. Crypto Wizard had put this out, which pretty much took what JD said and kind of put a 10 on a 2 in a sense. It says, according to John Deaton, the rise of XRP right now is the rise of legal utility. There's no doubt once to get the settlement, XRP will double its market cap soon, will overcome ETH market cap. So then he puts up this GIF right here. And then JD was like, I've never said all of this. I said today's pump was called the rise of legal utility. For the record, I've never said any of the rest. I've certainly never said or implied XRP was going to the numbers below. He had to make sure he threw that out there. But, JD's probably in his head, probably just giggling and laughing like, I mean, there is no ceiling to this thing. Once we actually truly have price discovery, obviously we're seeing a lot of movement. This is from Brad Garlandhouse. It says, every year I look forward to the DC FinTech Week. Everyone from the public to private participants in one room discussing and sometimes debating the substantive issues with no holds barred. Wondering a proverbial cage match. See you on Wednesday, and then off to Ripple Swell. And look who's involved. Look, you got Nelly Lang, Brad Garlandhouse, Michael S., Sheila Warren, Gary Gensler, Michael Barr, Mike Novogratz, and Jessica Razoo. So this is quite interesting here. Mike Novogratz, Brad Garlandhouse, even Michael Barr, former Ripple employee, or what was he? Board member? I can't remember what Michael Barr played in Ripple, the company. And then you have Chairman Gensler. Should be quite interesting. And there's a lot of gifs that came down here. I said LFG. And then you have the Bearable Bull says Brad to Gary Gensler. And this is from 300. Interesting stuff. Mr. Intuitive had put this out. He says an update on DAI. DAI is currently working with a private attorney to engage X, formerly known as Twitter. They are very interested in getting to the bottom of the suspension, especially in identifying the individual responsible for this. Yeah, shout out DAI, man, and free DAI. And hopefully they do come down to the bottom of it and this stuff stops. This is crazy. This is super interesting. So looking down here, it says amendment to HR 4664 as reported offered by Mr. Burkett of Tennessee. At the end of the bill, before the short title, insert the following. The SEC, the salary of Gary Gensler, chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, shall be reduced to $1. Eleanor Cherry says, this bill's up for vote before the Rules Committee at 4 p.m. EST before it heads to the House floor. It includes an amendment for Tennessee congressmen to reduce the salary of SEC Chairman Gensler to $1. This also includes an amendment to defund the SEC for crypto enforcement. Man, if this actually went through, when it comes to Chairman Gensler, he has a fortune, so the salary thing is really interesting. I mean, I guess it can set precedent and set a statement, right? Kind of slap him in the face. But then again, like the whole defunding the SEC, especially when they have all these active lawsuits, like that's can truly hurt their fight against their overregulation by enforcement, right? So we'll see. It's kind of a waiting game, kind of see what's up. And then speaking on the SEC, right? This is from Bill Morgan, says those following the SEC versus Robocash already knew that given the quality of evidence of one of its experts. So coming out here, it says just then SEC is having trouble hiring Bitcoin and crypto experts because of the rule that they must see in their assets. So right here, it says the prohibition, according to SEC officials, has been detrimental to recruiting as candidates are often unwilling to divest their crypto assets to work for the SEC. What does that tell you? They're choosing to stay, in the digital asset space and to keep their investment to themselves in a sense, right? Then rather than work for the SEC. Crazy, man. Crazy. And to really put a cherry on top of everything, Truth Labs. So we covered Boring Sleuth on this channel a lot. So obviously, we have the XRP community uncovering the timeline, hashtag Ethgate, Ethereum Free Pass timeline, all that stuff, the connections to the CCP, all the crazy stuff, right? We've been speculating in this community that Ethgate is the biggest thing out there. Yes, you have Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, but we believe that is, in a sense, pennies and a speck on the spectrum or on the map, or a dot on the map, if you will. And when it comes to hashtag Ethgate, it is absolutely massive. In Truth Labs, Boring Sleuth, you have Steven Narioff and the XRP community continuing to surface just some blatant corruption, and it's just obvious. It's blatantly obvious that this whole hashtag Ethgate stuff is more monumental than the normal crypto investor thinks. It's just almost unimaginable, as a lot of the creators and the these representatives in our community has been speculating. So this from Truth Lab says, it's becoming clear to me that the truth is picking up momentum on a level that will be difficult to stop. Embrace whatever comes with it. If you feel conflicted, good. Understand it and use it. There isn't a better opportunity for growth and change than what conflicts offers. So then coming over here, he has this solid, this response was to Steven Narioff says, the favoritism shown in 2017 Dow report was arguably more egregious than the 2018 free pass speech. Both were authored by Bill Hemmon, placed at the SC May 2017, and under Jay Clayton. Boring Sleuth has confirmed the suspicions I had back then. Some thoughts. So then, instead of reading through Steven Narioff stuff, I just wanted to read, Boring Sleuth's Truth Labs post here. It says, you really should be following what Steven Narioff is saying. I say this because Steven has what I lack, and I have what Steven had lacked. Steven provides firsthand narrative behind the early days of Ethereum, where he worked directly with Vitalik Buterin and Joe Lubin, among others who founded Ethereum. Much of Ethereum's original structure and internal decisions around org structure, token design, gas, were concepts created and directed to the Ethereum founders. He also understands their financial situation as they navigated being a startup without runway, and the timing in which they had what they had and what they needed to survive. This is all documented, and in due time, you will all get to see it. What I and my associates have in opposite of Steven, we have on-chain receipts that provide the depth and evidence to back up Steven's evidence. For instance, perhaps Ethereum needed money to extend their runway at the time of the DAO hack. Not only hacking the DAO, locking up a ton of Ethereum, but also trading a massive position against Ethereum was a way to immediately provide cash to the Ethereum Foundation, cash essential for them to provide the runway needed to survive a bear market. So remember, he's putting runway in here multiple times, and we've showed the video on this channel, and other XRP community members have showed the video of Vitalik Buterin talking about how that's what they did. They sold and almost, what I think it was like doubled or something, but they've created a runway for themselves so they could survive the bear market, and they wouldn't, implode or explode as a company, if you will, or a foundation. It says, perhaps they got too comfortable with this model, rugging their own protocols to extend the life of their blockchain built on stories, theft, and fraud. As Rick James once famously said, greed is a hell of a drug. Okay, maybe he said cocaine is a hell of a drug, but you get the drift. Speaking of cocaine, did you see the problem that came out this week on Lubin? Massive drug problems correlate highly with criminal activities. Just saying. In closing, pay close attention to Steven. I believe you will start to see a well-rounded picture of actual truth begin to form and show the truth behind the foundation Ethereum was built on. Also, always stay curious, my friends. Boring Sleuth. Dang. I literally talk about these things with, my loved ones and the people I'm close to, and I just wish they understood, how we see it. I wish they were like, no way, I need to know more. I need to find more. I need to connect these dots and really see the bigger picture. Because it's sometimes I'm just trying to find people to have the conversation with that can bounce ideas back off me, or, help me understand better what's really happening. Because I don't get, everything that comes out in regards of everything that we've been finding, but obviously us as a community have been piecing things together and trying to put out content and spread the word and awareness and all these things. There's a lot of different moving parts, but it's it's almost like the curiosity and the anxiousness and just I want to know, I need to know. I know a lot of us out there are feeling it, and it's like Steven Narioff, what's up? Throw it out. What do you got? I know he's got his whole narrative and he got his timeline that he has to abide by. We're just blessed that, he was willing to put his neck on the line like that and come out and be a whistleblower for us. But it's let's go. What's up? But, quite honestly, I don't think we're going to be too surprised as to you know, us in the community, especially the big people in our community, you know, the DAIs of the world, and you know, Cowboy Crypto and Mr. Huber and Mr. Intuitive, all these bigger creators in our community, like they all connected, like we've all connected the dots, you know. And I know I'm missing people, you know. Shout out to XRP community, especially the people that really out there grinding, finding information and connecting the dot. I feel like my role is just to make videos and spread their awareness, like a post and retweet, quote tweet, all those different things. I feel like that's my role in the community. But for the people that are out there really just digging, constantly digging, you know, thanks to them, thanks to our community standing together as a decentralized community, as one, you know, pursuing a common goal. But it's like, oh, come on, what, you know, let's go, let's expose this. And the big question that I continue to have is, okay, what's going to come of it? You know, is this something that, you know, yeah, you have Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, right? 6 count. I think he was found guilty on all 6 counts or whatever, right? And obviously there's more that he can be found guilty on. But it's like, will the corruption have their time or their day in court? Will the book get thrown at the individuals that were a part of this coordination of suppression, manipulation, insider trading, you know, all these just terrible things? And then to go out and gloat and, you know, pretty much defecate on everybody's face and head that we're trying to do things the right way, working their butt off every day to pay their taxes, to support their families, you know, and pay their monthly bills, and then just invest a little bit that they have left over at the end to try to make and try to change the financial course of their lives. But no, it's individuals a part of this hashtag Ethgate network that have the inside information and that really utilize corruption and greed and just selfishness to create their own narrative, and it just completely decimated everybody else. Like, are they going to have their day in court? Will they truly be brought to light outside of us, you know, XRP community, Twitter sleuths, if you will, you know, shedding light on it? Is there going to be justice? Are we going to have, you know, that new day? I don't know. It makes me think a lot. It makes me think a lot, and I try not to let it keep me up at night or distract me from my life. But it's like, man, I'm curious to see where this thing's headed. Like, is all this fighting and all this pain and truly suffering that this community has dealt with, like, are we just gonna get, you know, little breadcrumbs like, oh, here you go, shut up? Or, you know, are we gonna truly have justice? We've had a lot of monumental wins in our community, and it's for the entire space as well. Will this thing be able to carry out and follow through? What Stephen Arioff, the XRP community, and Truth Labs and the Boring Sleuth, we need more solid representation and people in positions of power to get their fingers off, you know, out from under their butt or in their pockets, and really dig in and fight this good fight with us, and not just words or letters. Like, really fight the good fight. It's just a waiting game. I can continue to speculate on. I almost wish I can like be on like a live stream conversation with a lot of you guys and really just bounce ideas off each other and really talk about like just how nuts this thing is. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end with this. Truth Laughs, I put this up. Vitalik Buterin has a well-documented history of controlling narratives in the direction he wants the market to go so that he can profit off his trades. In the clip below, he talks about calling out a overinflated crypto market and how he sold the top to double Ethereum's runway. So it's something we covered on this channel. I'm not going to play it. But yeah, we're currently sitting at a $1.379 trillion market cap Bitcoin fear and greed index sitting at a 68. So we're down from a 74 to a 68. But that's what I have for you. Make sure to come to the Crypto's Key Conversation YouTube channel. Subscribe. Follow us on X at Crypto's Key 1. I really appreciate your support out there, you guys. With all that being said, stay strong out there and be safe.